Welcome everyone to Zoom into Storytime with Rusty McQuade. She's with us today and she will be reading her award-winning book, The Tattletale Bathtub. Rusty is a native West Virginian. She is also works with home health patients. She's had a very varied background. She's been a firefighter, a preschool director, a ski instructor, a soccer coach. So her life experience has involved her with children, many children over the years. This is Rusty's second book, and we look forward to having her read The Tattletale Bathtub. So welcome, Rusty, to Zoom into Books.
Hello. I'm sure everybody has learned about, washing your hands and taking a bath. So this book was inspired by a young man by the name of Jason who loved to take a bath, but only liked to play at it. He liked to take the bubbles and make himself look fun, and he would play with his toys, and then he would get out of the bathtub without really washing. So I was trying to get him to learn to have fun with taking a bath. And so that's where I come up with the idea for this. And I wanted to teach young children that hygiene, washing your hands and getting the germs off your hands, is really important, especially since we just went through COVID. And imagination, creativity is one of the best things you can have in your life. It's just to be able to have an imagination and get in the bathtub and pretend like you're an alligator or a dinosaur or Santa Claus with all the bubbles. And like Kathy said, I've got some other books out there. One is Stickyman Movements, Fitness for All Ages. I use it with my patients to keep their muscle strength. And with the Tattletale Bathtub, I use it with schools to teach personal hygiene. So with that, we'll start with the book. Now, the Tattletale Bathtub, you can see he has his little ducky in there and he's got his bubbles. And he's happy because he's playing in that bathtub. Now, the book was published by Headline Books, which is a publisher out of West Virginia up at Terra Alta. And they do a lot of wonderful books, different books for all ages, children all the way up to adults. And like I said, my other book is Stickyman Movements, and it's a fitness book for ages 3 to 99. But the Tattletale, like I said, is for hygiene and just having a good time in your bathtub, but also learning how to get clean. Okay, now the little boy's name is Jason, and he runs in to get his pajamas and his green socks, and then he dashes into the bathroom. And if you notice, he's got his little toy box there, got all these toys picked up. He's got his little ducky, and he's ready to go. Now, remember, at the end, I'm going to ask you some questions. So he's got little dinosaur pajamas and his green socks. So he goes running into the bathroom. Now he pulls down his red towel and his whitewash rag while his mom pours in the bubble bath. He pours all the bubbles in so he can make bubbles. So Jason gets in the bathtub and he swishes the water around to make a lot of bubbles. Okay, now if you take bubbles, you can put them on your head, and you can put them on your chin, and you can, so there, what's he look like? He looks like, and he says, I'm Santa Claus, ho, 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 and he's having a good time. He goes under the water and he comes up pretending to be an alligator with his hands and chomp, 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 trying to get his ducky. So he's playing and having a good time, isn't he? Yeah, well, it's fun to have a good time in a bubble bath. All right, now Jason loves his bubbles in his water, and the bubbles start to disappear. So Jason gets out of the bathtub and he gets his little red towel and he's going to dry off, and he hears something saying, he didn't wash his hands. He didn't wash. So what does he do? Jason gets back into the tub. He finds his whitewash rag and he rubs his arms and he climbs back out. He didn't wash. He didn't wash. He didn't wash behind his ears. Oh no. So who's doing that talking? Jason doesn't know. Jason crawls under the tub to find out where the voice is coming from. All you could see was his feet sticking out from under the tub. His mom comes in and she says, Jason, you're supposed to be in the tub, not under it. What are you doing? So Jason crawls out saying, Mom, the tub told me to wash behind my ears. Well, get back in, said his mom, and wash behind your ears. Jason's wondering, where is that voice coming from? So he climbs back in the tub and he washes behind his ears. And Jason climbs out again because there's no bubbles and he doesn't want to play in the water with no bubbles. So he didn't wash his feet. So what happens then? Jason grabs his wash rag and he washes his feet. And then what do we think happens after that? He washes his neck, he washes his feet. So Jason, he could hear nothing, but he didn't wash his neck. So Jason washes his neck. So then Jason decided, where's the voice coming from? Maybe it's coming from the spout. So he puts a wash rag up in the spout so the bathtub couldn't tell on him anymore. Now, do you think that stopped it? He climbed out, he stands and he looks at the tub. And then he hears, he didn't wash his tummy. So Jason grabs the wash rag and he washes his tummy clean. And then Jason says, he didn't wash his face. So Jason gets back in the tub, he washes his face, his legs, and then he decides he's going to wash his whole body. So he's washing his whole body and he couldn't hear anything right now. Now, where do we all think that voice is coming from? Is that bathtub talking to Jason? Well, he climbs out of the tub, he stands and looks at the tub, and he hears nothing. Not one little beep. And he looks around, and he's standing there with his red towel on, looking around, trying to figure out, how's that bathtub talking? So Jason drives off, and he puts on his dinosaur pajamas and his green socks, and he runs into the kitchen. His mom looks at him, and she checks his ears and his neck, and she says, my, what a clean boy you are. Here's your milk and cookies. Yippee, shouts Jason, my favorite, chocolate chip. Jason asked his mom, why do we take a bath? Well, said Jason's mom, so that we can get all the dirt off. That's why we wash our hands before we eat. We don't want to wash with dirty hands because they have germs on them. So, can I wash the skin off of my body? Asked Jason. Why, no, says his mom. We're just washing off the dirt and the germs. That's why we take a bath. That's why we wash our hands before we eat anything. So Jason goes back in the bathtub and he looks at it. He puts his hands on his hips and he says, you didn't wash your dirty ring off of yourself, bathtub. So Jason climbs into the bathtub, takes a wash rag, and he cleans the dirty ring off the bathtub. Then he goes back in. Jason looks all around to see what makes it talk. He's under the bathtub. He's looking all around. He's looking at the spout, but he couldn't find out what makes it talk. So Jason said, I can't wait until I take another bath. And his mother really couldn't believe that one. But he had such a good time playing with what? His ducky, playing like he was Santa Claus. And he was an alligator trying to eat up his little ducky. So then Jason, his mother was so surprised to hear Jason say that, she leaned over and she gave him a great big hug. Now Jason climbs into the bed. He lays there and he's got some little creature beside of him. See that? And he wonders, when his mother takes a bath, will the Tattletale Bathtub tell on her too? So there he lays with all of his little things. Now, there's a song that you can sing when you're washing your hands, so you know that you've washed your hands enough. Now, when I was doing my new job, they put this stuff on our hands. It was kind of purple, and we had to wash it off. And then we thought we washed enough, and then they took this light, and if we didn't get all of their germs off, it glowed in the dark purple. It was kind of cool thing that they were doing. But so what I do when I'm washing my hands, I'll sing happy birthday to myself 3 times, and I'll sing happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to me. Then I get my hands all clean. Now, what kind of pajamas did Jason have? He remembers. That's right. He had his dinosaur pajamas. What color were his socks? Were they purple? Were they pink? No, I think they were, that's right, green. What color was his towel? Oh, I know, he had a pink towel, right? Black towel. No, what did I hear? Oh, yes, his towel was red. Did he have bubbles in the tub when he got out? Nope, because that's why he got out. What kind of animal did he pretend to be? A giraffe? A dinosaur? What kind of animal did he pretend to be? That's right, an alligator. He was an alligator. Name the parts that Jason forgot to wash at first. Think it was what? His neck? Yep, his belly. How about his feet? And maybe his hands? I think he got out and he got back in and washed his tummy. Now, do you think his mom is proud of him? Yes. Mothers are proud of all of their children, and they're especially proud when they're trying to teach them life skills. And washing your hands before you eat and taking a bath and getting clean is a life skill. Now, what kind of cookies did he have? It was his favorite. Peanut butter? You got it. Chocolate chip cookies. That's what he likes. Do we have germs on our hands? Yes, we do. Because we touch things. We touch pens and pencils and doorknobs and stuff. How do we get our hands clean? Do we wash them? Yes, we wash them. And what song can we sing while we're washing our hands? Can we sing it together? Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to me. Now, what do you think caused the dirt ring on the bathtub? Okay, so if Jason wasn't dirty and he got out and he let the water out, where'd that dirt ring come from? That's right, he did have dirt on him, and that's what makes the dirt ring in the bathtub. So he got in and washed the bathtub. So not only do we want to keep our hands and our body clean, we want to keep that bathtub clean too. So each time we get in it, we're not, transferring germs. So with the Tattletale Bathtub, you can go back through and you can read it and you can change the different animals that he changes to. He could change to a snake, a lizard. What else lives in the water that he could change to? Hippopotamus goes in the water. And if it was your towel, what color towel would you have? And what kind of pajamas do you have? Okay, my pajamas are Baby Yoda, and my other pajamas are Stickyman Movement pajamas. So when you're taking a bath, just remember you're getting the germs off so you don't get sick. And you can name all the different animal parts you want, and you can pretend like that the bathtub's talking to you and telling you what to wash. So we especially want to wash our hands, our legs, our arms. What about our toes? Yep. When I go to the barn, my toes are really dirty. Do I want to crawl into bed with dirty toes? No, because it's got germs. When I come back from the barn from gathering the eggs, I got to wash my hands because there's germs from that. There's germs on touching doorknobs and stuff when you're out. So if we just remember to wash our hands, it's to keep us healthy so that we don't get sick. So I hope everybody enjoyed it, had a good time. I love the Tattletale Bathtub because the questions are comprehensive and it's a fun book. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Rusty. That was terrific. I know the kids and the parents enjoyed that. Rusty, I know that you do school visits. You do both in person and virtual. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. And have a good time with it. Yes, I
That's
do.
correct. How can people get in touch with you?
I've got an email and it's Rusty McQuade, McQuade @gmail.com. It's Rusty McQuade @gmail.com. They could email me and then I will get back with them, or they can get a hold of me through you, Kathy, headlinebooks.com.
That's right. I was going to say you can always get in touch with all the authors through headlinebooks.com. Rusty, you have a couple events coming up. You want to tell us about that?
Well, I know one event that I'm going to be doing will be in October. That's at the Charleston, West Virginia Book Festival. And I'm working on a school event right now and hasn't been finalized, but I do come in to the elementary schools or the preschools to do a presentation on hygiene. So, and we have a lot of fun. I don't have a lot of time to do that, but if you would like for me to come to your school, and I'd love to do it. I have 15 years experience in as a preschool teacher and director. I'm also the oldest of 7. And we learned a lot with a big family. And I've also coached and refereed, and I was a referee instructor for the state of West Virginia for 28 years. And I'm currently working on my memoirs from when I was firefighter. When I joined when I joined firefighting, there were very few women firefighters. Still connect with all my fire department buddies because we're like a brotherhood. Once you're there, your heart's there for the rest of your life.
Thank you, Rusty. Thank you so much for joining us on, excuse me, Zoom in the story time. And we will have you back again. Thank you.
Kathy, I've had a great time. I hope you guys have a good time taking a bath tonight. Look at what color towel you got. Look at what kind of pajamas you got, and pretend like you're different animals in the bathtub. And I will see maybe some of you at your school. My name is Rusty. Thanks for attending. Bye.